Welcome to the deep dive. We take your sources, your research, your notes, and we really try to turn them into a captivating journey.
Absolutely.
And today we're diving into something that's, well, it's way more than just a design trend, isn't it?
Oh, definitely.
What if our cities could actually breathe, grow, maybe even heal themselves like a living thing?
It's a powerful idea.
We're looking at how plants are going from just, decoration to being really vital, functional, maybe even structural parts of our buildings.
A fundamental shift in thinking.
Yeah, get ready for some surprises, some aha moments, because this goes way beyond just, pretty pots and green walls.
hmm
You sent us some amazing sources, cutting edge stuff, ancient practices, and our mission today, connect those dots for you, show you this vision of a truly living future.
It is fascinating to see this shift happening. We're moving past just, adding plants to buildings
Right?
to really rethinking how buildings can actively work with nature collaboration.
Couldn't agree more. So let's just jump right in. We talk about putting plants in buildings. We think green, okay, but the actual impact, financial, health, it's kind of staggering.
It really is.
I mean, did you know that integrating plants properly can cut a building's energy use by up to 25%?
Yeah, that's a huge number.
It's not just a stat. It's a massive step for sustainability, for making spaces healthier, and, let's be honest, saving money too.
Absolutely. And the functional benefits are so diverse, they tackle some big urban challenges.
Like what? Let's start with the obvious, maybe. Air.
Right. Breathe easier. It sounds nice, but it's literal. Plants are amazing natural air purifiers.
Okay.
They actively absorb common indoor nasties, formaldehyde, benzene, trichloroethylene,
Yeah.
the stuff linked to sick building syndrome.
Uh-huh. Stuff from paints, furniture.
Exactly. And they don't just trap it, they convert it into harmless stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, obviously, photosynthesis releases oxygen,
Which helps us think better, feel more energetic.
measurably so. It improves cognitive function, boosts energy. So better air quality directly impacts our health, our focus, our productivity.
That's a total game changer, especially with how much time we spend indoors these days.
Mhm.
But it's not just cleaning the air, right? You mentioned climate comfort, too. How does that work?
Precisely. They have this natural cooling effect. It's called transpiration.
Okay.
They release moisture into the air, like tiny evaporative coolers. This lowers the need for energy-guzzling air conditioning
Ah, cutting those energy costs again.
directly. And that moisture also helps keep indoor humidity at a good level. So no more super dry air that causes dry skin.
Or damages wood and stuff.
Exactly. It even protects building materials.
So they're good for us, and they help preserve the building itself.
Okay, what about noise? I imagine a leafy space feels quieter, but is it significant?
Oh, remarkably so. Plants absorb, diffract, and reflect sound waves. Think leaves, stems, even the soil.
It significantly cuts down noise levels. Really useful in open plan offices or busy public areas where noise is a big drag on concentration and comfort.
So you get quieter zones without needing loads of extra soundproofing panels.
Exactly. It's a natural acoustic solution.
And plants can also create a kind of refuge, right? Like a little natural sanctuary inside a busy place. How do architects use that?
That's a great point. They use plants to define spaces, create a sense of shelter, think natural barriers, secluded little alcoves made of greenery. They offer visual privacy, acoustic buffering, basically calming spots to relax or focus.
Really valuable in today's often overwhelming cities. Pockets of quiet.
Exactly.
Okay, we started with energy savings at 25%. Beyond the cooling effect from transpiration, how else do plants boost energy efficiency?
They're fantastic natural insulators, like wrapping the building in a living blanket.
Okay.
They reduce heat loss in winter and critically reduce heat gain in summer.
Ah, so less heating and less cooling needed.
Precisely. Which means lower energy bills, smaller carbon footprint. It supports sustainable goals and makes the building more comfortable all year round.
This all sounds like it ties into biophilic design.
Yeah.
You used the term biophilic flow earlier. What does that feel like for someone in the building? Is it subtle?
Biophilic flow is about how plants can subtly guide you through a space, tapping into our innate connection with nature.
How so?
It's often subconscious, the way your eye follows a line of green, how plants might define a path without a solid wall. It creates a feeling of ease, natural movement.
Okay.
And that strategic integration delivers all those biophilia benefits we hear about. Less stress, better mood, more productivity, just a general sense of well-being.
Right.
It's about making buildings that feel good to be in, that connect us back to nature.
So what this means for you listening is pretty direct. healthier places to live and work, more comfortable spaces, more productive environments, even potentially faster healing in hospitals. This isn't just fluff, it's a human-centered approach that genuinely improves quality of life. Okay, that covers the why really well. Now let's dig into the how. What are the actual practical ways architects are doing this? What methods are they using?
Well, there's a whole toolkit, really, depending on the situation. A very popular one, especially where land is tight in cities, is using green walls and vertical gardens.
Right, we see those more and more.
They maximize the green in a small footprint. Visually striking, yes, but also great for air quality, insulation, like a living skin on the building.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What about inside, especially in places with extreme climates, maybe like Arizona, where a big outdoor garden might be tough?
Yeah, exactly. For regions like Arizona, maintaining large outdoor green spaces can be really challenging, water intensive. So architects are bringing the outdoors in a big way. Think large indoor atriums.
Okay.
These create controlled microclimates, bringing in natural light and lots of greenery right into the building's core. Creates a really serene, inviting feel, even if outdoor gardens aren't feasible.
Makes sense. And for, say, a standard office or home where you can't build a giant atrium.
Well, strategically placed potted plants are still incredibly effective. Don't underestimate them.
Right.
They boost air quality, improve the ambiance, make spaces feel more alive, simple but powerful.
And connecting indoors and outdoors.
Yeah, seamless indoor-outdoor landscaping. Using plants to deliberately blur that line between inside and out. Glass walls opening onto green spaces, patios flowing into rooms. It fosters that connection with nature.
Feels bigger, more connected, and I guess the type of plant matters hugely for sustainability.
Oh, absolutely. Using native and drought-resistant plants is crucial for eco-conscious design.
Less water, less maintenance.
Exactly. Especially important in water-stressed areas. It's all part of making the design truly sustainable and resilient. So lots of different strategies architects can use.
This is where it gets really interesting, seeing it in action. Let's look at some incredible examples, famous ones around the world, and maybe some local Arizona projects too.
Okay, globally, you have to mention Bosco Verticali in Milan, the vertical forest.
Ah, yes, the towers covered in trees.
Exactly. Stefano Boeri Architetti designed these residential towers with facades literally packed with over 800 trees, thousands of shrubs.
Wow.
And it's not just looks. That vegetation absorbs CO2, produces oxygen, provides shade, insulates. It's a whole ecosystem, boosts biodiversity right in the city.
A forest in the sky, amazing. What about workplaces?
The Amazon spheres in Seattle, designed by NBBJ, 3 huge glass domes filled with tens of thousands of plants from around the world.
Right, I've seen pictures. Looks like a jungle inside.
It pretty much is. It's an immersive biophilic environment for employees, designed to boost creativity, well-being, productivity. Plus, it carefully manages temperature and humidity inside. A real statement about prioritizing people and nature in a corporate setting.
Okay, so individual buildings. Can this scale up to a whole community?
Definitely. Look at the Sustainable City in Dubai by Diamond Developers. They've woven green spaces, green roofs, vertical farms throughout the entire development. This significantly cools the area, combating the urban heat island effect.
That's huge in a place like Dubai.
Massive.
Massive.
It improves air quality, promotes community well-being.
Yeah.
It's a blueprint for more livable, sustainable urban planning.
And you mentioned a hospital earlier. That seems unexpected.
Kutek Puat Hospital in Singapore. CPG consultants designed it with multi-level gardens, green spaces everywhere, blurring indoor and outdoor.
Why in a hospital?
Well, access to nature, even just views of green space, is scientifically shown to reduce stress and speed up patient recovery.
Really?
Yeah, it creates a calmer, more therapeutic environment for patients, visitors, even staff. It shows biophilia works even in highly functional, critical spaces. And it helps with the hospital's sustainability goals, too.
Incredible examples. Now, let's bring it local. Arizona. What's happening here?
The Helios Education Foundation building in Phoenix is a great one. The architecture itself echoes the desert geology, and it features these beautifully landscaped terraces and gardens. They improve air quality, provide natural cooling, help manage rainwater. It's all integrated.
So the building supports the mission.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fostering collaboration in an inspiring, healthy space that feels connected to its environment.
Very cool. What about the Insight headquarters in Chandler? I heard something about that being like a park inside.
It really is an interior park-like setting. Get this. 9 mature ficus trees inside, plus over 48 other plant species. That's nearly 1,000 plants in custom planters.
Whoa, 980
Yeah,
plants.
it creates these flexible, multi-use spaces, cleans the air, boosts well-being. The greenery even helps with wayfinding, guiding people naturally.
And that helps with green building certs, I assume?
Big time. It was a major factor in them achieving LE Gold certification. Shows a real commitment.
Amazing. Okay, one more local one, The Link in Phoenix.
The Link uses plants brilliantly, especially in its huge 3-story glass atrium. The greenery defines different zones within that big space, but it also improves the air, dampens sound, turns what could be a big, echoey lobby into a vibrant hub.
Fosters community, makes it feel welcoming.
Exactly. Connects previously separate buildings into something cohesive and modern.
This is also convincing, plants making buildings better in so many ways. But what if we push this even further, like way further? What if the plants aren't just in the building? What if they are the building?
Now you're touching on a really fascinating, though still fledgling architectural movement.
Right.
Using living plants as actual structural building materials.
Structural, like holding things up.
Potentially, yes.
Right.
Designing structures that literally grow, that renew themselves. It's a radical departure from concrete and steel, and it's distinct from just greenwashing because the plants are integral to the structure itself.
Okay, mind blown already. Tell me more about this growing architecture.
We'll take the Urban Microclimate Canopy project from Munich. It's a prototype. They use this engineered fiberglass shell to guide climbing plants. The shell gives the initial form, but the plants grow to become this living, breathing architectural skin. It shades, cools, dramatically improves the microclimate beneath it.
Interesting. So the plants are the skin, but they're still a non-living support.
In that case, yes. Then you have things like the Platinencubus Nagold in Germany by Ludwig Schoenen. This is truly a botanic building.
Botanic building.
Yeah. Living plane trees are both the structural support and the facade. It starts as a hybrid steel frame with trees planted on 6 levels.
Okay.
Then, through a natural process called inosculation, basically natural grafting, where branches or roots fuse together, the trees merge into one solid living structure.
They grow together.
Exactly. An automated system waters and feeds them initially. But as they grow and fuse, they become self-sufficient. Eventually, much of the steel scaffolding can actually be removed.
That is incredible. A building that gets stronger over time and changes with the seasons.
Right. Dense shade in summer, lets light through in winter. It's adaptive, living architecture.
Are there other examples? Maybe less.
Engineered. There are things with perhaps more poetic or atmospheric qualities. The Catedrale Vegetale in Italy. It uses timber poles to guide growing beech trees that will eventually form the columns and roof of a cathedral-like space as the original poles decay.
Wow.
Or the Bamboo Theater in China, where bent living bamboo forms a dome that constantly renews itself as new shoots grow and old ones die back. They have this amazing symbiotic feel.
This sounds futuristic, but also ancient. Like, this isn't a totally new idea, is it? Didn't people use living plants structurally long ago?
You're absolutely right. This connects back to some incredible ancient wisdom. Think of India's living root bridges.
Yes, I've heard of those.
Created by the Khasi people in northeast India. It's an ancient practice of tree shaping. They use the aerial roots of the Ficus elastica, the rubber fig tree.
Truss rivers.
Exactly, to grow living bridges, even ladders, across incredibly treacherous, flood-prone rivers. And what's remarkable is their resilience.
How so?
They withstand extreme monsoon floods, termites, rot, things that would destroy a normal timber bridge in that environment very quickly.
So how do they actually grow a bridge? It must take ages.
It does take decades, even centuries for some. They guide the primary roots across the river, sometimes using hollowed-out beetle nut trunks as channels.
Okay.
Then secondary roots anchor it on the other side. Over time, the roots thicken, intertwine, fuse together. They weave in river boulders to create a stable path.
Wow.
These bridges are genuinely responsive, productive, adaptable, and resilient. They get stronger and bigger over generations. It's profound human nature collaboration.
Truly symbiotic. It really makes you rethink architecture.
Yeah.
So what's the big takeaway from these growing structures, ancient and modern?
Well, the living bridges, for example, they offer this radical paradigm shift.
Mm-hmm.
We build things now with planned obsolescence, right? A few decades.
Mm-hmm.
What if our cities could grow stronger, more integrated with nature, more regenerative over centuries like a forest? It shows that knowledge is powerful when it's understood and applied.
Right.
Looking at these ancient techniques and new prototypes, encourages us to think critically about long-term, truly symbiotic solutions, especially as cities face huge climate challenges like heat and flooding.
This sounds incredible, vital even. But realistically, there must be challenges, right? Hurdles to overcome to make this more widespread.
Oh, absolutely. You're right. There are significant challenges, especially with scaling up. First, structural and maintenance needs.
Like what?
You need very careful planning for the initial supports, robust irrigation systems, ongoing specialized plant care, pest management. These are living systems that need tending.
Not just build and forget.
Definitely not. Then there are the regulatory hurdles. Building codes, zoning laws, environmental certifications, they weren't written with living, growing structures in mind.
Right, it's new territory for rule makers.
Exactly. It requires a lot of collaboration between architects, engineers, botanists, city planners, everyone.
Makes sense. But looking ahead, what innovations might help? What could make living architecture more feasible, more mainstream?
We can expect big leaps in technology. Better green roof systems, more efficient hydroponics and aeroponics using less water, automated irrigation that responds in real time.
Smart systems?
Yeah, smart sensors, data analytics, monitoring plant health, optimizing resources, predicting problems, managing these complex living systems with much more precision.
Data-driven gardening on a building scale.
Yeah.
Okay. And beyond the tech, what's the bigger vision for these buildings?
The potential for truly multifunctional green spaces is huge. Imagine living buildings that aren't just offices or apartments, but also integrate community hubs, urban farms, recreation areas.
Oh, all in one structure.
Potentially, yes. These integrated living ecosystems wouldn't just provide environmental benefits, they'd foster social connection, local food production, cultural enrichment. It's about creating more vibrant, resilient communities, not just greener individual buildings.
What an incredible journey today, seriously. From understanding how plants cut energy use and make us healthier, to seeing them in iconic buildings globally and right here in Arizona.
Yeah, some great local examples.
And then that leap to plants not just being in buildings, but being the buildings. Growing, adapting, drawing on ancient wisdom for a resilient future.
It really is transformative.
It feels like a whole new way to think about creating environments that are ecologically responsible, alive, changing with us.
Which really raises an important question, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How might our relationship with our cities, with our urban spaces, fundamentally change when the very fabric of those cities is alive and growing, adapting with us, not just for our lifetime, but for generations to come?
A really powerful thought to leave everyone with. Next time you're out, maybe look at the plants around buildings a bit differently. See their potential not just as decoration, but as living partners in our urban world. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Keep exploring, keep learning.